Okay, so here are the last two videos. It's going to be a little sloppy, or last two problems going to be a little sloppy because I'm holding it. But I just wanted to finish off this problem. If capital X is going to be something that's going to replace 2 to the x in this problem, then that means that rather than 17 times 2 to the x, it'll be 17 times capital X plus 4 equals 0. And then we need to find a way to express this in terms of 2 to the x. So we know it's 2 to the 2x times 2 squared, because if we're multiplying here, we could think about adding the exponents. We know that 2 to the 2x could be written as 2 to the x times 2 to the x, because x plus x is 2x. And so what we've found is that this whole expression could be rethought as 4 times 2 to the x times 2 to the x. But if we're going to let capital X stand for 2 to the x, it could be thought of as 4 times capital X squared. So this is just a tricky little way of rewriting this into something we can factor. 4 to the x minus 1 and x minus 4. And then once it's factored, we could set 4 to the x equal to 1 or x equal to 4. And now we could go back to the fact that capital X is really standing for 2 to the lowercase x. So when we say x equals 1/4, that's capital X. And that's the same thing as saying 2 to the lowercase x is 1/4. And that helps us figure out that lowercase x has to be -2, because 2 to the -2 is what would give us 1/4. Or if capital X is 4, that means 2 to the lowercase x is 4. And that means lowercase x would have to be 2, because 2 squared is 4. So we can dig deeper into that next time, but I wanted to at least have finished that one. And then the last idea here is you can factor out exponentials. If you factor a 2 to the x out of 2 to the x plus h, what's left here will be what you get when you subtract your exponents, x plus h minus x, which is h. And what's left here will be the number 1, because x minus x is 0. So you can factor exponentials out just like we factored out all sorts of other things, and sometimes that helps us if we're trying to set things equal to 0.